What up with y'all, man? It's Mr. Zach, and I'm back with another one. Man, it was going down in the city of LA, man, at MacArthur Park. We had Homeland Security. We had ICE out there, man. They did a surprise raid at MacArthur Park. And if anybody knows about MacArthur Park, man, in LA, it is a known MS-13 gang member hangout, drug dealing going on. And it's a area where it's a lot of Latinos at. But Mayor Karen Bass, man, she was called out. She came and tried to confront a couple of the ICE agents, was on the phone talking to somebody on the phone and asked, could they leave?
Sorry.
Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone and we're departing.
Mayor Bass. Any comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
We can't have this, man. Can we have her talk to me?
We're getting her in the car right now. Sorry. We'll sort it out.
They not leaving. They gonna do what they need to do. This big, beautiful bill came out. So now they are showing force. You know what I'm saying? And Karen Bass, she did a press conference today about the whole situation. And this is what I want to react to. But before we get to the content, man, I need y'all to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the video, man. I appreciate y'all. But, man, let's get to the content, man. Let's get to it. Here she go, y'all. Here come Mayor Karen Bass with a bunch of fear-mongering and lies. We're going to break this thing down. Let's get to it.
Good afternoon. Today, I was on my way to the press conference with the governor talking about the 6-month anniversary of the fires of the natural disaster, the worst in California's recent history, and to report on the progress. While I was on the way, though, I got alerted that there was a ICE operation, military intervention, who knows, at MacArthur Park. I turned around, we went to the park. I could see a helicopter in the air. I think it was a Black Hawk helicopter. And I saw military tanks. It was the Custom and Border Patrol, and it might have been military on the periphery. To me, this is another example of the administration ratcheting up chaos by deploying what looked like a military operation in an American city. So I went to MacArthur Park because it is very important that the truth be told about what happened there. Now, you can spin it any way you like, but in my opinion, it's a political agenda of provoking fear and terror. Frankly, it is outrageous and un-American that we have federal armed vehicles in our parks when nothing is going on in the...
Look, she said it's un-American, huh? Well, let me tell you, it's un-American for a sitting mayor of a major city saying stuff like this and not cooperating with federal law enforcement. That's un-American.
Parks. It's outrageous and un-American that the federal government seized our state's National Guard.
And it's outrageous and un-American that you guys do not know how to run your city. That the National Guard had to be called out to police your problems.
It's outrageous and un-American that we have U.S. Marines who are trained to kill foreign soldiers overseas deployed in our American city.
And it's outrageous and un-American that they have to come out here to defend themselves, because that's what this was. I'm quite sure they heard about the ambush or the 2 ambushes that happened at the Border Patrol. These people actually got shots off at them. So they came out there thick, man. Show of force. That's what it was. whether they was coming out there to come gather up people or not. They letting you know that the big, beautiful bill has been passed and be prepared for this. This is what's going to happen. They said it was going to be a 60-day thing. It's been 30 days. So it's a show of force. Don't come out here trying to take shots at them federal agents, because whoever do, they going to be the next ones laying on the ground, unalived.
Well, here's the truth. There's no plan other than fear, chaos, and politics. Home Depot one day, a car wash the next.
That's where a lot of illegal immigrants hang out at, day laborers. So what else they supposed to do?
Armed vehicles and what looked like mounted military units in a park the next day. What happened to the criminals, the drug dealers, the violent individuals?
That's what they getting. They getting all them too. But if you here in the country illegally, you still on the table. Ain't that what Tom Homan said? You're still on the table. So that's what they trying to do. And you guys keep on trying to cause distractions and fighting against the U.S. government's police. Shame on you, Karen Bass.
Who were in the park today were children. It was their summer camp.
Don't blame it on the kids. Don't blame it on the kids, because it was more than just kids, or it'd be more than just kids at that park. This is a known area for a lot of Latinos. It is what it is. Alvarado Street, MacArthur Park, all them areas. So they are patrolling those areas.
Their summer day camp. Those kids now have no activities this afternoon. They have to stay inside. They were ushered inside so that they didn't get exposed to the troops that were walking in formation across their playground area.
What's wrong with kids seeing troops? They might want to be a troop when they get older. What's wrong with that? That's a job, ain't it? I'd rather for my kids to be exposed to some troops than it being exposed to a bunch of gang members and the people that ain't trying to do nothing with their lives.
We did not want the children to be aware that it was ICE. Although I do have to tell you that I went and I spoke to an 8-year-old. I never let on what was going on upstairs. But did this 8-year-old tell me that he was afraid of ICE? Did the 8-year-old tell me that he was afraid of ICE taking his parents and he didn't think it was good to take people away?
You want to know why the 8-year-old is afraid of ICE? It's because their parents is telling them that ICE are bad people. Because kids, we know kids, they learn from their parents. They don't just come out the womb scared of law enforcement. That's why the 8-year-old was scared, because their parents put that fear in their heart and in their mind. If you see these people, they probably showed them pictures of ICE agents and all that. If you see these people, they're going to take us away. So, of course, a kid is going to be afraid because they don't want their parent taken away. So it ain't like this kid just knew, you know what I'm saying? The parents was the ones who put that fear in this little child's heart. Period.
So understand that 8-year-old knows enough of what's going on that he's already traumatized in anticipation. And I don't know if he had a sixth sense or not.
He had his parents. His parents told him. His parents was the one who traumatized the little kid.
To know that they were upstairs. But I think it's pretty dramatic that a child said to me that he was fearful of ICE. So what I saw in the park today looked like a city under siege, under armed occupation. And I have to tell you, spending many years traveling into conflict areas, it's the way a city looks before a coup. The administration is continuing what I have framed as an all-out assault, a military assault on our city, Custom and Border Patrol randomly driving through the streets, snatching people, that is when they're identified. It's Custom and Border Patrol, but we know sometimes they're not identified, so we don't know who they are.
How was it an assault? They ain't did nothing to nobody. Just because they standing out in plain sight with their uniforms on and trying to do their job, it's an assault. I seen what it was the opposite to me when I seen with those protests. It seemed like those protesters was assaulting officers. So what assault are you talking about? And of course, and these people, they gonna be scared. They gonna be scared. They know they're here illegally. Point blank period. They scared. You know what I'm saying? They scared. You talking about an assault.
Well, I just think it's important that we continue to tell the truth to the American people. There was no protests. There was no disorder that required that. MacArthur Park, we've been working on, the mayor's office and the councilwoman here, Councilwoman Hernandez, have been working on to improve conditions in that park for the last couple of years.
And the conditions is still the same. Because if it was changed, Homeland Security and ICE and them wouldn't have been over there. They wouldn't have been over there. It's still the same. And these people, the Border Patrol, not Border Patrol, but ICE and Homeland Security, they're just doing their job. They are the nation's police. If the police ain't gonna, the state police ain't gonna do nothing about it, the federal government is. It's nothing that you guys can do about it. They are just doing their job. They going into these high areas, these areas where it has high Latino, and it could be a lot of illegal immigrants in there. They doing their job. They staking the place out. They ain't even stake out. They coming and showing force, like we here. So, it's a reason. It's a reason. They doing their job.
And I just want to say, do we have the ability to show this? Because I did want, the world needs to see the troop formation on horses walking through
let them
the
see
park.
it.
In search of what?
In search of illegal immigrants. That's what they're in search of. And let them see the formation. So, like, we ain't never seen police on horseback. Or people, or troops, or police in formation. Skirmish lines is what they call it. So, and?
In search of what? They are walking through the area where the children play. The children had to be ushered off.
So what?
What you see is them in a skirmish line.
They ain't after the children. They're after the illegal immigrants, the adults.
With the horses walking through. I do not believe that anyone was detained. Maybe they were. But then again, I don't think the goal is to detain. I think the goal is to spread fear.
They not spreading fear. They doing their job. They was told to go there. They went there to do their job. Now, if it's spreading fear, the reason why it's spreading fear is because the people that ain't supposed to be here in this country is over there. Of course, they're going to be scared.
I think that's what it is. It's to terrorize Angelenos. It's to say to immigrants that are in our city of immigrants that they need to stay home. They shouldn't go to work. They shouldn't go to school.
No, it's telling them that we out here. You can go to school or work if you want to. If you legally here, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. If you not legally here, you got everything to worry about. So, why hide it? Why hide it? Come on out. Let them see y'all. Let them see y'all. I think ICE and Homeland Security is doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? They doing a great job because before they were here, it was a lot of protesting going on, a lot of rioting, a lot of tearing up the city. And you had Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom not saying a damn thing about it. So, since this big, beautiful bill passed, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this.
Because we're coming after you.
Damn right.
Let me just acknowledge the organizations behind me. SALAF, the Salvadorian American Leadership and Educational Fund, CHIRLA, Carescent, Clinica Romero, SEIU USWW, SEIU 721, St. John's Clinic. By the way, the St. John's Clinic was attempting to provide medical care to people in the park. They had to shut down because of the troops. Proyecto Pastoral, representatives and staff, local, state, and federal levels, UTLA, and the Central City Neighborhood Partners. With that, let me introduce the president of the City Council, Marquise Harris Dawson.
You know what? We're going to end it right here. Look, we're going to end it right here. This is all. I just wanted to react to Karen Bass. She's always promoting fear and just like, just keep fighting with what the inevitable. Just keep fighting with the inevitable is. Let me get it right. But it's just a shame, man. You know, this is gonna keep happening. It's not gonna stop. This is what Trump ran on. They acting totally surprised that ICE is making a presence or showing a presence. Like they ready for it. I said earlier they had those 2 ambushes in Texas where one officer got shot in the knee in one ambush, and then the next ambush of people who are fighting against ICE, one of the ICE officers got shot in the neck. Now, do you think for 1 second that Homeland Security and ICE is going to come out there with no weapons? I wouldn't trust a damn thing. They got to go home to their families too, from just doing their civil duty as a law enforcement agent. You know? And the people that are here in this country that's here illegally, they should be scared. They should be scared. They came over here, how many years they've been here building a life, and it's about to get taken away. You know? And you got Karen Bass keep defending these people. I'm not trying to sound insensitive or nothing, but we in a country of law and order, man. Law and order. And you would think a public official who took the oath will protect American citizens, not illegal immigrants, or at least cooperate with federal law enforcement. You know? And by the time Karen Bass finished her term in office, she gonna have to feel bad about the stance that she was taking, because I know deep down in her mind she know this ain't right. This ain't right. So Karen Bass, man, I hope you get it together, because Trump and Tom Homan, they coming. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. They gonna keep on coming and doing what they need to do, because the city of LA is not paying the ICE agents or the federal agents. The federal government is. All right. But man, y'all leave it in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. You know, I would like to really, really read y'all comments, you know, from both sides of the aisle, whether you with it or you against it, you know. But yeah, man, y'all protect yourself at all times, man. Y'all keep your head on the swivel. God bless you. God bless me, man. And God bless America. And I'm out. Mr. Zach Reacts. Peace.